This is the last day of 2023, and how about we talk about the top celebrities drama za hii mwaka. Now first off, Akothe's wedding. Hii mwaka, wedding ilihypiwa vividly. I mean, we saw the cost of the wedding gown that she got, we saw the cost of the wedding shoes that she got. She brought Omosh home, and the wedding was so lavish, attended mostly by celebrities, and the marriage only lasted for a few months because later on Akothe confirmed that marriage had actually ended in June. So we can only imagine how short-lived that marriage was. Speaking of ending marriages, Kate actress's marriage with Phill director also came to an end. Now the speculations started around April, and their reaction to the speculations was actually confirming to people that they were still together by posting a video of them having a family time and whatnot. But later on in September, they actually released a joint statement claiming that they had already come to a conclusion to end their marriage and had already been separated for a while. So they were just informing us that they have been separated. So apparently Kenyans are never wrong. Kenyans predicted the end of Akothe's marriage, and that did happen. Kenyans also saw that Phill and Kate actress were not, they were not together, and that actually was true. So usidoubt wa Kenya. Now, speaking of weddings and marriages, Diana, Bahati, and Bahati marked their 7th anniversary this year. And as they celebrated 7 years in their marriage, Bahati decided to gift Diana Marua with the 7 gifts. Now, of course, these 7 gifts, some of them were perfumes, some of them was, I think one was a dinner. And then, of course, the gift of the gifts was the last gift, and this was the Range Rover that Diana Bahati got to receive from Bahati. Speaking of Diana Bahati and Bahati, they also got to have their Ruracio event around the same time, and this was how it went down. So Bahati finally paid the dowry, Diana Marua. Speaking of marriages, still Amberray and Rapudo also had some drama this year, especially after Amberray posted some cryptic messages on her Instagram page hinting that Rapudo had assaulted her physically. Now, of course, people reacted to it, and Amberray had moved so fast. I mean, before we knew it, she had already moved to a new house, and alikuwa amekanikama ameachana na Rapudo. But later on, we saw them together when Amberray was celebrating her birthday. However, according to Vitu Kwa Ground, watu wanasema that Amberray and Rapudo did not actually break up, that it was just a stunt kuhama from their big house to a smaller house since they had not been able to pay rent. However, Amberray obviously dismissed these allegations and rumors. Bado tuko kwa marriage, and let me tell you, tukifika kwa Karen Nyamu, Samido, and Edgar, the stories we've heard about this love triangle this year have been so many, but I think the highlight of it all is the fact that Edgar walked away from the marriage. She just got to a point where she said, you know what, I've had enough. So in the month of around May, she relocated to the US. At first she was going for a vacation, but then later on she decided to stay there, and later on in September she got a new job, she moved to a new house, she enrolled her kids at a school in the US, and that's just what Edgar did. Now, when she was giving gratitude to Bani Saroni, who happens to be cousin wa Samido ambaye alimsaidia Edgar to relocate to the US, she said that if she had not relocated to the US, she would probably be 6 feet under right now, and her daughter would probably be in the rehab. But Karen Nyamu ali dismissed the rumors, akasema at the time Edgar alikuwa hapa Kenya na Samido alikuwa kapumpum. Alikuwa ana smile, macho zinafungika. So I don't know what point Karen Nyamu was trying to drive home. I think she was just trying to say that Edgar would not have died. I mean, she was trying to dismiss Edgar's claims. Speaking of Karen Nyamu and Samido, they have been doing the most this year, all the way from Karen Nyamu dancing for Samido in Australia to being part of Ndudigen, tukawaona kwa boda boda pamoja. I mean, they have been doing the most this year. But one of the other stories that trended most in 2023, and this was quite recently, is allegedly Karen Nyamu was having a fling with Alan Chesang, though I think the BNN cousins concluded that Samido was just being a jealous dude. Now, moving on swiftly, Jackie Matubia and Omili Chebi are also celebrities that have trended this year after their so-called friendship sisterhood came to an end. Now, of course, fans were disappointed by this, just as they were disappointed by relationship ya Kate actress na film director kuisha. Though Omili Chebi amewambia that muache kuomba warudiane, hizo maombi muziache hapa in 2023, and this was a post that she has actually made recently on her Instagram. So, of course, there were rumors there after they stopped posting, content together on their socials. People started noticing something was wrong. However, all this was confirmed after Jackie Matubia did not attend Kohoya Ohiki ceremony ya Omili Chebi and Terence Creative. And when asked why she did not attend, she said that akina Omili Chebi walikuwa wamesema yeye hana bwana. Later on, Masawe Japani tried to connect these two and help them bond once again on live radio, and this ended with Jackie Matubia saying that attend Wash 4, of which she did not attend. And given that Omili Chebi amesema tuache kuwaombea warudiane, it seems that hivyo ndio maneno yao imeisha. Speaking of Jackie Matubia, she also introduced her new man this year after breaking up with Blessings Lungaho, and the new man is apparently Uncle More Amokipenda Maurice Kibbs, who is also a content creator. Aya, kuna mtu mwingine ambaye anaitwa Brian Chira, who has been trending also this year. I mean, Brian Chira has done the most this year, but the highlight of the most trending story of what he did this year is the fact that he was taken to court by Aziad because of defamation. And Aziad was not joking. Other than that, he also decided to go live on TikTok and showed us his manhood. Also, other than that, he went to Mombasa, got drunk, and removed his pants in public. So that's just Brian Chira for you this year, 2023. Now, other than Brian Chira, we also had Kibe trending this year after he lost his YouTube channels, especially his main YouTube channel that had garnered over 450,000 subscribers and thousands of videos. So that was a bad note for Andrew Kibe. However, he said that he had a plan B, and his plan B was his new platform, Africa, that he has been working on. And he actually came to Kenya. On the 3rd of December, he had his graduation event where he launched this Africa platform, which is a platform for content, basically. Now, other than that, we also had one trending story that siezi maliza hii list bila kuibongea, over 25 splitting. Now, if you are a fan of podcast, of course you're familiar with over 25, and over 25 was consisting of 4 ladies, Jules, Ivy, and Lonzi, and also Shiki. And so these group decided to separate around May after 7 good years. Yeah, after 7 good years. And so the juicy part of this story is that according to KOT, McKenna, Jerry, or Ukipenda, Chris Mureithi was the reason of the split. Allegedly, Chris Mureithi was having relationships with 2 of the ladies for the group, and that was just Ivy and Jules. So according to KOT, that is why they separated. However, they dismissed these rumors and said that they had come to a time where, they had experienced different things in life, babies, marriages, and whatnot, so they felt that they needed to split. Speaking of splitting, Sauti Sol also did the same after 20 years of giving us good Kenyan R&B music. They said that they would be taking a hiatus and they would be chasing their own individual passions or lives. Also, just to brush off, we also had Eric Omondi, who turned from being a comedian and a clout chaser to an activist, and he has been doing the most of activism this year, from kupinga mambo ya unga kupanda bei to actually starting Sisi kwa Sisi, which he has been using to help people from watu wenye wako na bills hosi to, burying people who have been in the mortuary for so long, helping these families finally get closure, and he has been doing all that. Other than that, he also got a baby this year, and that has been Eric Owoni's life in 2023 in a couple of words. Also, we have had, these celebrities who got broke in 2023. One of them is Magic's Edgar, who has gone completely broke and has been asking people to actually contribute for him and help him financially, especially since he got a child, a son that is. Also, we had Mustafa, who was spotted akiwa kwa mjengo akifanya kazi ya mjengo. Later on though alichangishiwa. And then we also had Kimani Mbogwa, who is the former Citizen presenter, who came out and said that he had been broke. He had been broke in Ushago and actually requested people to contribute for him. Then we also had Steve Simpleboy, and kumalizia hiyo list ni Kaveve Kazoze, who is still waiting for Sonko to deliver his promises. Now, let's also look at the clout chasers of the year, and I would love to start this list with Kat G the Donkey and Bahati, followed by Wisdom and Millie Stacy. Aki Wisdom, please look for other ways of clout chasing, please. And then we also had Manzi wa Kibira, and you can tell me nani mwingine unafikiria hapo kwa comment section. Also, what has been your top story this year? I have been your girl Rail Wangari. Vuka mwaka vizuri, shusha nyavu vizuri, tuonane next year. Always keep it here on BNN, where with the biz like to keep it buzzing.